Hi Libra, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Today we're going to be doing a timeless tarot reading for you, asking about love, life, money. We'll see what comes through. This is all meant to empower you. The whole channel is meant to empower you, so only take what resonates, leave the rest. All right, so we're going to start with an oracle card over here, just to kind of lend an overall energy and message on the reading. Each one of these comes with a hand gesture you can do while you watch the reading, or while you fall asleep tonight, while you meditate, if you meditate. And I just want to say thank you real quick for hitting the like button on your way in. Oh, you got two, right on. So we start with inner peace, be still. And this is how you do the mudra. You kick down your pointer finger all the way down so that you can touch the second knuckle, okay, on both hands. And the mudra goes like this. I rock myself with a gentle motion and bathe in a wonderful ocean of peace. This mudra calms the nerves, Libra. You can discharge nervousness by drumming with your fingers on a hard surface for a few seconds, or tapping. Are any of you guys fans of tapping? That's really interesting. Let me try it. It's amazing. It really makes a difference. Then leave your fingers lying there. Concentrate on your fingertips and press them while breathing out deeply and fully, gently onto the surface, and repeat several times. Now form this mudra and imagine yourself by lying in a hammock under a tree. You are swinging gently to and fro. You look up to the roof of leaves where a light breeze makes the leaves move a little. You are humming a simple, pleasant tune. Feels like vacation, doesn't it? Next, we have the mudra of cheerfulness. What a Libra-esque vibe we got going on here. You guys like balance. You guys like a friendly smile like no other zodiac sign I know. Cheerfulness. Take a deep breath, Libra. This is how you make this mudra. You knock both of your middle fingers, knuckles, together. Kind of have this theme of knuckles. Read into that. I don't know what that means. And that's it. And everything else kind of stays apart. So if it's a little bit weird or uncomfortable, that's not a bad thing. I mean, like, of course, within means, don't be super uncomfortable, but don't hurt yourself. I don't know how this would hurt you, but it's the movement and slightly the awkwardness, actually, that I feel like reminds you that you're making this intentionally, this movement with a message, okay? So, and the affirmation goes, I am filled with energy of life. This mudra helps to relieve all kinds of lung complaints and chronic cases. Practice this mudra 4 times daily for about 10 minutes. And it's talking about sorrow, grief, and worry are often associated with weak lungs, Libra. Sometimes these emotions are below the level of our consciousness. All that the affected person is aware of is his or her inability to be glad about anything. He or she reacts pessimistically and cynically to everything that happens. So when we can get into those kind of grooves, those cycles, this is a great one to do. All right, so let's get into tarot. What does tarot have for my Libras? This has all been pre-shuffled with you in mind. We're only going to take the cards that fly out for you, and if they fly out in reverse, that's how we read them to respect the message. It's a living, breathing conversation. For all of my Libras that have returned to me, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. And say hi in the comment section. I don't know if I said this. Say hi in the comment section or leave an emoji if you want me to pray for you. I love to do it for everybody, and I encourage everybody to do it for each other. It's like one of those kumbaya, lovey-dovey channels, but it lifts us up. It releases a little serotonin for us to do it, and it releases a little serotonin for you to receive it. So why not, man? I say rebel by kindness. Rebel by kindness. We start with the 4 of Swords. This is actually withdrawing, but not in a negative way. This is kind of finding sanctuary in oneself. We oftentimes do this, Libra, when we need to think deeply on something, or when we're actually kind of checking in on our intuition. So we'll find out, sometimes it's the silent treatment. Everything's relative to the cards around it. So we'll find out more about that. Secondly, we have out the 7 of Cups. All that glitters is not gold, but this is a time for options. These are options coming to you, possibly even really active daydreaming. We have the Wheel. Fantastic card. It means good news is on its way, movement forward, progress. And while you might not feel this just yet, this is confirmation that it might be happening in the background. Then we have another 7. We've got the 7 of Pentacles. These are the forks in the road where one is kind of self-evaluating, maybe their lives or a project, a scenario. My nose is itching when I say that, so we'll pay attention. That's one of my little things. This is a fork in the road where you're looking at how far you've come. And if you continue doing things this way, within the context that you're experiencing this, what can you expect? Are you good with that? Or do you need to make some fine tuning in order to have better or bigger rewards, basically? Then we have the Death card, and you got this in your last reading. So there's an interesting thread that's been leaping between your readings, and that is one of transition. Things are a little bit up in the air. Can't even talk. The cool thing about the Death card is it doesn't mean that things are just dying off. It's actually not a negative card. It's also a rebirth card. It's literally a transitional card saying things need to move out of the way that are not serving you in your life any longer, and so that things can move in and life can be bursting full of rejuvenation and possibility again. Very rarely does it talk about literal death. So I always say that just because, how people will panic. Or, we can get sometimes in our head about something, and that would be unfortunate because it's a beautiful card of transition. All right, so 4 of Swords was that. 7 of Cups. What is this for my Libras? 7 of Cups. Get some clarity on this storyline. What's the wheel for my Libras? What's the wheel? 7 of Pentacles and the Death card. Whoa. I feel like more cards would have just kept on. Wow, awesome. Cool, cool, cool. Well, there is an event at the bottom of the deck. We've got the 8 of Cups, leaving behind something that does not serve one anymore, going towards faith, going towards the unknown, taking it on faith that where one is headed, up towards the mystery, up towards those hills, is going to be better than what you've experienced. So, one more, one sec. 4 of... Okay, so something wasn't working out in a situation. It wasn't moving towards progress. It wasn't transitioning the way it needed to. And somebody feels right in this situation. And instead of like fighting it out, duking it out, and, blowing up or anything, Libra, your energy, that's when it goes within. It kind of goes within. And so this is a contemplative energy. It's not willing to butt heads over something, because something is very obviously not in alignment, not working. It's not going to work. Like, it needs to be tweaked. Okay. So we've got the transitional card of the Temperance. This is all about balance. So you can only make transition, positive transition, whether it's joining a new company and moving somewhere, starting a new job somewhere and starting a new relationship, or, these transitional periods in life, they require balance. And so something's been out of balance. And the Empress card upside down talks about, if you move forward in this energy, it's not going to grow. It's not going to gestate. It's not going to make progress. It's going to stay small. So kudos to you, Libra, because you're recognizing that. And that's what's taking you within. You need to retract your energies. And that's where we start your reading. We do have this in the face of options, possibilities, even daydreams for a few of you guys. I think this is just considering possibilities. The big message with the 7 of Cups is be discerning, because all that glitters is not gold. If you look closely, some of these cups have gold in them and jewels, and some of them have serpents. So you know this. And that's why I think it's your energy. Queen of Swords. Swords represent air. I think it's you right here that knows this, and you are focused on boundaries, focused on fact, focused on truth. So I like that. I like seeing this combination, because you can't get anything by the Queen of Swords. She's not getting it wrapped up in her imagination and then get duped, She's in a very realistic place, and she is a big boundary person. So, and keep in mind, gender is not attached to the card. So you'll hear me say he or she. It's not attached. Now, what moves this into a new place completely is, or was, some of you guys have already experienced this, an event. but this event is bringing good things your way. The interesting thing about the Tower is it happens when you need to be realigned in life. It's kind of life's response sometimes to something being ignored so long that now the universal energies step in and make something happen so that you get knocked right back onto another set of tracks that are better for you. That direction is better for you. But the experience itself is not usually comfortable, even if it's about something that's very positive. And that is because you don't have any control in that situation. And human beings, we like control. We do all sorts of things to feel like we're in control. Shoot, tarot is about feeling like we are in control, right? Feeling safe. We're like these little delicate little humanoids walking around. Okay, we've got the 7 of Pentacles and the 4 of Cups. This pause where you are evaluating a situation is coming as a result or connected to a disinterest in an offer or even a rejection. There's not enthusiasm there. There's a sense of like apathy. Anything else about this? Connected to the King of Wands. This individual is a visionary. They're confident. They are forward, progress, moving. This could be somebody you work with. 3 of Pentacles. Somebody that, if this is a love reading for y'all, this is not a lovey-dovey love reading. I just got to throw it out there, okay? This is not a lovey-dovey love reading. I feel like I'm reading more into a scenario outside of love. That's what it feels like. I mean, it really, I have no indications that there's love here. It's just not coming through in the reading because that's not what this is about. So this King of Wands, who is this King of Wands? I think you're tired out, but you do have the Ace of Cups coming through. If you guys are in a scenario where you're hoping somebody else comes around or sees eye to eye, that looks really good for you. Again, a thread that moves into your other reading. But there's something about this King of Wands energy, of this energy of being the visionary, being really confident, stepping into a room and getting attention, and also having ideas. This is an individual when they are in their King of Wands energy, they're kind of a ringleader. They inspire others. They like influencing others. But this is this was within a collaboration, and there's kind of a tired out feeling attached to them and a disinterest. It feels like you're at a place, Libra, where you recognize, despite what they think, you recognize that something needs to change, and it's about fine-tuning the details. And here's the thing with the King of Wands. The King of Wands doesn't see the details. What is it? They are macro, not micro. Is that what I sometimes mix those two up. And I think you're recognizing, Libra, listen, let's be realistic, folks. We need to organize. We need to look at the micro. There are flaws in the system. There are things we could do to make this better. That's the energy. Now here we get really interesting. We have the Death card. Something's moving on out, something that's been disappointing. It's going to make room for something new, and I'll tell you exactly what it is. This Ace of Wands. It's very exciting. I mean, look at the picture. It's like bursting full of energy. Ah! And it's got this sun behind it. This could make you very happy. Here's the thing to know about the Ace of Wands is that it's like a flash of lightning. It's like a flash of, like, I always compare it to a match. When you strike that match and you get that plume of energy, that flame, literally it has the power to set anything on fire and just be a rip-roaring success. Or if you don't feed it, it goes out. So this is an opportunity. There's usually action involved. It's coming out of this place of apathy, disinterest, dead energy, swirling, confusing energy for some of you guys, maybe even some disappointment, and it looks really bright, light, and happy. Let's get a tarot card out on that. Aren't you interested? I'm interested. All right, what's this Ace of Wands? Because this has energy. This feels good. This is a scenario. Okay, what's this Ace of Wands? For my Libras. All right. Judgment card. It changes everything. It changes everything. Temperance. It changes everything. Now we got transition. Now we got balance. And Four of Pentacles. So this is not the time to overspend your energy. It's not the time to overspend your money. Keep these things reserved, preserved for yourself while you're doing this. So it's a little bit of, it's exciting, and also be responsible in that you don't push yourself too hard, and that you keep some things for yourself. And that could be literally money. But this looks very fun. It looks positive, and it looks like it's a solution to wanting to move forward. And I feel the need to remind us, back at the middle of our reading, we had that Wheel of Fortune. Good news is coming. Things are changing, transition, and it's all because of this event. No matter how big or small, it's that event connected to it all. All right, I'll send you off with love and lights, an air hug. And please like, consider subscribing, and I'll see you on your next video. Bye-bye.